Imagine this. A young girl drops her balloon in the park and she starts sobbing over losing her favorite new balloon. And you, as the hero, decide to go and run after that balloon. However, after the initial first steps, suddenly you're wheezing out of breath. And it's odd, you think to yourself, as you stopped smoking 2 weeks ago and you tried vaping instead to lean yourself off. However, now you feel even more out of breath and even more wheezy altogether. Today I'll be discussing why vapes are worse for you than smoking cigarettes by going over the three main points of how vapes are way more convenient, how nicotine affects the body, and additionally the possible alternatives to lean yourself off of smoking altogether. And additionally I'll be discussing the counter argument of this topic. For my first point being the idea that vapes are way more convenient as they are something that is easily concealed in public. You don't have to worry about using your vape and worrying about smelling like tobacco or smoke altogether. Very much it is also very appeasing to the mind in the sense of when you smoke you don't have that taste of tobacco and nicotine, rather you can get flavors and different types of accessories to go with your vape. As you would like to smoke more something getting a sweet flavor from it than having like a nasty tobacco taste. Additionally, that convenience aids into the idea of, oh, it's something fun and it's something that reassures your brain that you want because it's something that becomes more enjoyable over time. And additionally, that within these vapes, those flavors are adding unknown chemicals you're smoking. As with everything that goes into the vape to make it taste that a certain way or having a certain smoothness, something is being added to change that original consistency, adding more harmful things to your body that you don't even know what's going in it. For my second point, as of February 2020, the CDC confirmed that 2,807 cases of associated injury from vaping were found. And additionally, there were 68 confirmed deaths, as nicotine is something that very much affects your body too. For it can affect brain development for especially young teens or people who start smoking at a young age. It may affect ability to have concentration for long periods of time, might affect ability to overall learn and stay down and sit and be able to focus, even having changes on your mood and having issues having a control over your impulse control. Additionally, smoking nicotine restricts blood flow to your gums. So you need blood flow to your gums in aid to fight off bacteria, as if you're not having the consistent blood flow to your gums, you have this issue of possible dental issues down the line, as not having that consistency of fighting back the bacteria that is constantly introduced into your mouth daily is not the best thing. Additionally, the final thing I wanted to discuss is that there are potential ways to get yourself off of smoking altogether. As for the first step is its most important step as well, is to acknowledge that you are going to have withdrawal symptoms and cravings after leaning yourself off of nicotine. And it's very important to identify that, as if you understand and you are allowing yourself to set up success for you and putting yourself in safer environments, so these withdrawal symptoms and these cravings aren't heightened by external stressful events. Additionally, that also coincides with my next top point of making sure that you have a safe environment with family and friends who you surround yourself with, ensuring that they are going to support you in this endeavor, as you cannot do this alone. And if you do, it's going to be a hard thing, but I got faith in you. And additionally, a good other item I've researched is that substituting that oral fixation with smoking with something else, whether that's chewing on hard candy, having something crunchy on hand, or even just sipping your water in replacement of hitting that pen. Finally, the counter argument for this case is that some might argue that vapes aren't as bad as smoking cigarettes. And finally, through my discussion, I hope I convinced you for vaping is a lot worse than smoking cigarettes in general, as the conveniency aids in so much more than you think with going in and smoking a vape. The adverse effects of nicotine on your body, and finally, that there are options out there for you to lean yourself off and have the ability to finally quit that habit you so badly want. As there is always change available for you. The only thing is, it's a hard step, but it's up to you to make that determining step. And if there is issues and you're genuinely considering or worried about having a nicotine addiction or having issues with not being able to be away from your vape, try consulting a doctor, do further research through sources that are credible, such as .gov websites, as there's many online, and those sources that I use will be labeled and linked under this little fun video. So I thank you very much, and have a wonderful day, as I believe that you can do it. It's up to you, though, if you can try.